Doreen Granpeesheh is the
Dr. Doreen is an expert in autism.
Doreen Granpeesheh.
Dr. Granpeesheh.
Dr. Doreen Granpeesheh.
Dr. Doreen Granpeesheh is a visionary in the field of autism. Now you can ask her questions on Ask Dr. Doreen.
I think it was also Arcan who's written in Is the Keto Diet Good for ASD Kids? You know, the keto diet is not only going to be effective. It can be good in some ways, but it's not necessarily what's going to reduce gut inflammation. So I would recommend that you talk to a physician, because more likely they're going to start you with gluten-free, maybe casein-free, maybe corn or soy-free. A lot of times for our kids, what's causing mischief is food coloring, sugar. There's all these other things that can be removed from the diet, and these things are not necessarily in line with the keto diet.
And I always remind us, pesticides. We need to reduce the pesticide load on our kids' bodies.
Yeah, that's probably the most important and number one issue is toxins. Mm-hmm.
There we go. I just want to say, did everybody see my eyes glaze over the very first time Dr. Granpeesheh said peptides? I'm pre-programmed. I went to a bunch of conferences early in my term as an autism parent, a parent of a person on the spectrum, and they would say peptide so often that now I just go, oh, peptide. So I didn't mean to fuzz out, but it's a little overwhelming if you're not somebody who's into the whole science of it. I do think it's worthwhile to know that many of us saw a huge difference. Not everybody, but many of us, my son included, we saw a huge difference when we changed our kids' diets. Huge difference. We saw them come awake. We saw them be ready to learn. Yeah. I just feel the need to make the distinction, though, Dr. Granpeesheh. A lot of people go, oh, well, I'll just change the diet and then my child will miraculously catch up on the skills they missed. That's not the ticket, though, right? It's like a hand-in-hand kind of thing. That if your child comes out of the fog, then you have to teach them the things they missed.
That's right. And I love the way you just said it, Shannon. And I'm really passionate about this message. Like, I am actually going to kind of dedicate myself to giving out this particular message, because, you know, a lot of time I'm just shocked, as you probably are, Shannon, but, you know, for me, having been in this field for 43 years, like, I cannot believe that we're still, you know, parents still have to kind of find their own way. They still have to, there's no clear direction out there for parents. And so I'm going to make that my mission, is to make it clear for a parent who's just entering the game, right? And the issue is that you need to do a multitude of different things, and every child is different. But you have to, first of all, our goal, all of us as parents, is to teach our children and get them to a point where they are caught up to their peers, or they are able to function in the world in a way that they can thrive, right? So we want to teach them skills. We want to teach them how to communicate. We want to teach them how to socialize, how to behave well, etc. It's just a lot of stuff we want to teach them. But you have to think that if the child is not feeling well, or if as Shannon used the right word, is feeling foggy, you know, then they're not able to learn, right? So there's a whole bunch of stuff that you should be doing in order to help the child feel awake, aware, ready to learn. And those diets are one of those areas that you need to look into, because I promise you, I've had so many times I've seen kids where they've come into my clinic and I've seen them, and the first thing I notice is they have very, very dark rings around their eyes, and that's kind of a sign of allergy. And I will tell the parents to go home and try to take the child off of dairy, just dairy alone, right? Casein. And, you know, a week later, the parents will call me and say, oh my God, what a huge difference that was. Or gluten, when you see, or, you know, when you have children who have high levels of yeast, and you help them overcome that. Those types of things are tremendously effective in making the child just more aware, and then they are able to learn rapidly and try to catch up with their peers. Another one, Shannon, that I never want to forget is sleep. Like, we all ignore the fact that our kids don't sleep. And without sleep, not only are you tired and not able to learn, but you also, excuse me, are not able to produce enough of the neurotransmitters that your brain needs in order to function. I mean, a lot of us, if we don't sleep, like I didn't sleep last night, we don't necessarily function at our best, but yet we expect our kids to be able to handle it, right? So sleep is a vital one as well.
Okay, and what I loved is that
If you found anything helpful in this video, please give us a like. In fact, make sure that you smash that subscribe button on YouTube and give us a like on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram for important updates. And please download our free podcast wherever you get your podcasts. See you next time. Until then, give your kiddos a hug from me and one for you too. Bye-bye for now. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.